Woof woof. Delmar Dog Life. Oh yeah, and Delmar again today. Yeah, we have Bella. Bella's still with us. The Maltese, the white Maltese. I have Annie with me, going on a dog walk with the dog pack. Okay, yeah, in Delmar, California, with the dogs, doing some dog sitting, talking dog sitting, talking boarding, all those wonderful things. One rover, wag, dog poop removal. That's a whole thing I should probably get into as well. Dog poop removal. That's a whole thing. I saw a car today with somebody was doing that. It's their service. I probably expand my service to doing dog poop removal. Here's another dog. Okay, I'm gonna hold off here because Bella's gonna make some noise now. I can tell she's getting reactive when seeing other dogs at the beach. I haven't had her at the beach yet. Around Annie, she's super calm. She's super happy when she sees a dog. She wants to kind of be vocal. Doesn't mean anything. She's a happy dog. She'll probably get along with them. So that's okay. Oh yeah. Got a sponsor today. My sponsor, T-Melia. T-E-A-M-E-L-L-I-A, Tmelia.com. Let's see which way they're going. I'm going to hold off and see which way they're going. I got Bella. I took off. Bella came with a retractable leash, and I took that thing off. I just couldn't handle it anymore. I feel like those retractable leashes are going to get a dog killed. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a dog killed, because they flop around and they bounce back on you, and it's like it's long and short, and you go to pick it up, and it's like just pulling all the rope out, so you have to like only grab it by the end. I just don't like retractable leashes myself, so I grabbed one of my own leashes for Bella, and Bella's doing okay just like that. So we've had a great day so far with Bella. She's been super happy. Really just a people pleaser. Great with kids, hanging out all over. Just my son's been feeling a little under the weather. He got a COVID test, and so we'll know by then. It's actually been his second COVID test this last year, and the last time was negative. He hasn't had COVID. He's 10 years old, so he can't get vaccinated. And I really wish these guys would get vaccinated. Kind of like I require my dog guests to be vaccinated. Bella was vaccinated, and especially these little boutique dogs. I know they're okay. So let's follow through on the rabbit hole of Reddit. The rabbit hole of Reddit is just getting deeper and deeper. But the more I go and find out about, going on r/roverpetsitting, r/wag, r/petsitting, it's the same old thing over and over, and it comes down to the meet and greet. It comes down to getting the right information from them and making sure you have a good, thorough meet and greet. So this lady right here, owner lied to me during a meet and greet. Okay, I have Reddit here, and this op right here says she's been on Reddit for 2 years, and she lives on a ranch, and she has horses and cows and dogs and an actual farm, and so and she has her own dog. She's got a 5-year-old Labrador. So she's got plenty of space. She's probably really good with animals. If you're already got some animal husbandry skills as a farmer person, she's probably a very, very good pet sitter. So it says here that she was contacted by an owner almost at midnight, like 11, 12 o'clock at night, through the app for a last-minute visit on a Friday. Okay, it was contacted Friday night for a last-minute visit. And the owner wanted to stay on Saturday night until, I guess, maybe Monday or something. Saturday or Sunday, until Monday. So messages her at late at night for the next morning, which to me is like, that's some desperation right there. They've already been declined a few times. They're not on the list. It's not very thoughtful, planning ahead, trying to find a last minute sitter. And so they go on Rover or they go on Wag, and they find a neighborhood person to have them watch their dog, because we just can't stand the thought of our dog being in a kennel. We don't like crates, we don't like cages, and even though we've never seen a kennel or a brick and mortar boarding facility and don't know how modern and new and clean they are, we just rather have them at your home. Okay, Bella's here is making the circle. Okay, I'm gonna pan off while she relieves herself. And here's another dog over here, hanging out. All right, gotta clean this up. And so the owners are like, oh, we can't have our dog in a kennel. We have to go on Rover. We have to have an individual person with a family to take care of our dog. And then, so messages her at 11 o'clock at night. 11, 12 at night. We need you to watch our dog in the morning. Please watch our dog for us. And then so she messages them back, and they answer all her questions with a yes. Probably all the actual things you're supposed to ask a customer when you meet them, like, is your dog aggressive? Does it sleep well at night? Has it stayed over? Has it been boarded before? How did that experience go? Is your dog vaccinated? What's the sleep and eating schedule? What kind of energy levels would you say your dog has? Things like that. Those are along the questions that she asked this owner, who was desperate at 11 o'clock at night to have someone please watch their dog the next day. It's an emergency. And they said yes. Of course, they answered all the questions correctly with the appropriate answers, because of course they're honest. Of course there's no shenanigans going on, and their dog is exactly just exactly as advertised. So what ends up happening the next morning, they come around 9 a.m. 9 a.m. to go and for the meet. She meets these dogs for the very first time, and the dogs are going to stay there that day, that night, and she's meeting them in the morning, and they show up during the meet and greet, and so the dog is meeting the dog, and to everyone's surprise, the dog that wants to, it's growling at her, growling at her dogs, growling at the cows, at the horses, just for some reason really weirded out and freaked out for being in a beautiful country farm place. Because dog's thinking it's getting abandoned. Okay, that's what it's thinking. Just showing up someplace sight unseen and dropped off that day. It's thinking it's getting abandoned, because that's probably the kind of the vibes the owner is getting off of the dog. And then it ends up biting her 5-month-old Labrador during the meet and greet. So, luckily it happens during the initial meeting, so she knows what to expect, and she's like, I don't think this is going to be a good fit. And so I guess the night before she had confirmed it, when he called and said, he answered the questions, and she confirmed it, and she agreed to the booking, and pressed the button to accept, and he pressed the button to pay. And so then it was done, and then they had the meet and greet in the morning. They meet for the first time in the morning, which means there's actually not a meet and greet. There wasn't. The meet and greet is actually the stay. The meet and greet should happen like a couple of days ahead of time, weeks ahead, as far off as possible, so you can get a good idea. So this dog bites her dog. It bites her 5-month-old lab, and she's like, this is not a good idea. I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to be a good fit. And so she sends him away, and she refunds his money. And so, you know, to sum it up, the story is the owner lied about everything. The owner lied about how the dog felt, how the dog was reactive, the temperament of the dog, all those things. He lied about it. Because if sometimes it's not. Is your dog ever growled before in its life? Like, has it ever gotten upset? And the answer is yes. I know what sets off Annie. I know what's going to make her growl. What kind of people are going to make her worry. Like stay away and like bare teeth. I know what kind of dogs and animals are going to, the ones that rush up to her after 6 years of being, a dog host. I know which ones she doesn't like. She doesn't like the ones that do the rush up and get right in their face and start bumping into her and sticking their butt up her nose, sticking their nose up her butt. She's like, hey, I'm not letting you do that, and she'll bite you. And if it's like that, if you're a person on the street, if you're a street person, she will growl at you and she won't let you pet you. I'm sorry, street people. I have a lot of love for you, and I hope the best and everything. I hope that you can find some peace and some safety in life. But my dog just is not comfortable around you. So, and I'll tell my sitters this. I'm like, like it's not really a thing around here. When I was living in the Bay Area, it was more of a problem. And I would have, I would have to tell my sitter, hey, if you're walking around the place, stay away from like street people, because she doesn't want to be pet by strangers. She only wants to be pet by women. if you're a nice old lady, who looks like somebody's grandma, she loves you. But if you're a guy who looks a little bit like they're on this, they've seen some things, she's not going to want to be around you. And I know that, so I'm going to say things like that. And what kind of dogs is she going to be reactive with? She's going to be reactive around huskies. She's going to be reactive around young Labradors who are bouncing and jumping around her. And she's going to tell them to back off. So, but it's because of her size, she can get away with a lot more. The bigger dogs, owners with the bigger dogs, it's somehow they know the boarding kennel is going to be, they probably price the boarding kennel, and the boarding kennel is always over $100, over $120 a night. It's a hotel stay for your dog, okay? Because you have a dog that's over 50 pounds, maybe even over 70 pounds, maybe over 100 pounds. You have got a big dog, and so you're going to go, and I have to go on Rover and Wag. I got to find somebody who can watch my large, excited, reactive dog. Come on, leave it. Let's go. And that's not being honest. And so that's what happened to this lady, and she did the right thing. She was not about to just go through with taking care of this nutso dog, keeping her up all night long, worrying about biting puppies. If your dog is biting puppies, then you failed as an owner. I really have to tell you that. Your dog should be socialized enough to understand not to hurt small, insignificant creatures. Like a puppy. It shouldn't be angry at a puppy just being there. So it's indicative, like, the environment that it's been around. And not being around other dogs consistently in a way or an environment that you can control. And I guess it's a lack of control. I had a pit bull before. I had a pit bull for 10 years, and I love that pit bull. But I had no like false understandings, or just like, I knew how she was going to react. I knew that I couldn't keep her. She had to be in a kennel, okay? She couldn't be around other dogs. She couldn't go to the dog park, because she'd try to steal their ball, and she'd fight them over that ball. And that's just not cool, so I couldn't do that. And I knew that as an owner. I couldn't put my pit bull in someone's home, knowing that she's gonna like knock over all the, like try to escape. I knew this. I knew she'd try to escape from them because, it's a problem. And I knew that she couldn't live around other dogs because she bullied them. I mean, that was her fault. And I tried to work on it. But that was just, I understood it. And so if I had to take her someplace, she went to a kennel. And when I did go on vacation, there was a kennel in La Jolla. It was wonderful. It had the glass doors. There was no like actual crates or cages or anything. It was a room with glass walls, basically. Three walls, and the door was glass, so you could see right through. And as you're walking by, you could see all the dogs. Like whoever's visiting to go pick their dogs up, the owners would see them sitting in the cot, and then they had a central area. It wasn't a bad place, but it was an expensive place. Okay, I can tell you it was twice what I was paying for any other sitter around here. If you're hiring a local sitter, you're looking for that rate, and so they don't want to go and they have a dog, but they don't really realize what they have to actually pay for. You're paying by the pound, and you're paying for the temperament and the breed. Like these two bully dogs over here. This lady knows what's up. She's out here training these dogs every day. Super well behaved. What are those little bulldogs? English bulldogs. And they're out here, and she knows what's up. She knows how. That's the kind of owner I would know what to expect from them. I would know that she would expect some high standards from me as far as like being able to train and walk and control the dog in a respectful manner. So I think that's what that's all vetted out in the meet and greet. So this op absolutely did the exact right thing by declining this order and returning the money, because you just can't let them do that to you. You can't have them take it. Okay, let's keep walking. Hello. And then, so, you can't have them do that to you. You can't have, and if you're a person who's watching this, you want to have your dog boarded, you have to be realistic about what you want from the owner. Make sure that they are absolutely the right fit, and that, be honest with things that have happened. My dog's bit other dogs. She has. And it's been a while, but it's because they were messing with her as a guest host and trying to take her bone. And, not recognizing the regular boundaries that most of the dogs have. So, things like that. It was, there's a lot of things that make a dog reactive. And, treats, toys in the home. I think this particular one, the owner thought that the dog thought he was being abandoned and was acting all weird because it's happening all of a sudden and didn't know anything. If you had a meet and greet, then you could have had a play date ahead of time, and probably would have been more relaxed. If you had met him ahead of time, a week ahead, right before the stay, it wouldn't have been an issue. So, okay, I want to wrap it up here. Once again, Teamelia.com, Teamelia, Teamelia tea, green teas, matcha teas, black teas, Assam teas, cosmopolitan blend, chamomile, non-caffeinated herbal teas, shipped to your home in the U.S. Teamelia.com. Okay, we're going to wrap up this dog walk. Hope you guys have a great day.